This is your new machine. Going to replace the one you've been using. This is a little different in the cylinder setup, and we want to show you real quick with this video how to change this over from. This is a large cylinder. This will do your 16 ounces in one shot, and then we're going to change it over to a very special small cylinder and piston that we made for your small little musk and the other one. So let me show you how to change this over. Okay, the air's off. Nope, air's not off. Okay. Let's take this nozzle. We'll take him off and put him to the side. Still a little water in there. We just tested it. So we're going to take off the pallet air cylinder. Just a reminder, there's a washer back here that needs to go back on when you. This is a cup washer, or you could use a lock washer too. Just a reminder that goes on there. We'll take the valve off. As you see. All right, now we're going to take the cylinder off because we have to replace the piston. So we just loosen these. Okay, now we'll pull him forward. Now note, cylinder has marks in it. We have these are magic marker marks temporarily, but there's a scribe line underneath because these will wear away when you wash it. There's lines denoting the either side of these clamps. I'll show you again when I put it back. So I'm pulling that forward. Now we have to change the piston. So let me get it around this camera. I'm going to take this. Let's see. Might need a wrench for this. There's wrench flats on this rod end here. I was able to get it without using them, but anyway, we'll unthread that guy. And this is your small. That's your 16 ounce piston, we'll call it. And this is your small fill piston rod. We'll thread that into there. I'm just going to hand tighten it because we're going to probably ship it to you with the 16 on it. I'm not quite sure what you want to go into production with right away, but or maybe not. Okay, we'll put him back. Now this, if you're doing the 16 ounce fill, you'd have to push this on over the larger piston. So okay, now we're going to push the cylinder back, so it has to be in the right spot. Right there, it looks good. It has to be in the right spot so that the valve is located properly. And that looks good. Now here's your special cylinder for the small fill. This goes inside. Make sure you're located on the piston rod itself. Yeah, I'll show you one more time. Push him on there. Push him in, and then you'll see this flange goes back into the cylinder like that. Now we'll put the valve back on. What I do with the gasket? There it is. And also this goes in the valve. These are, gasket first. These are things we had to do to get that real small fill. But we tested it and it works beautifully. So we'll put him on, make sure that gasket's seated. Looks good. Put him on. Maybe we'll ship it. We'll ship it to you this way, and the change parts you'll have are this. But anyway, so that's on. We'll put him back. Note the washer. Put him on. Done. Put the nozzle back. Okay. Now I'll show you. These are two special nozzle inserts we made for you. This smaller one is going to be for that very small African musk fill, and this one, this may do the next size up too, but this one was made for that next container you had. It's not quite like this. It's a little smaller than that, but anyway, so that was for the second size up that you had. This is for the little guy. I'll put him in. I'm going to push this up. Note the air is off. I mentioned before, you don't ever put your hand near this valve when the air is on. Put him on there. Put that on there. We're ready to go. Oh, we figured we might as well show you the change in the other direction. So we're going to go back from the small fill to the larger fill. Mostly the same as it was before. Take that out. The pallet crank screw. Set the nozzle aside. Take the valve off. Now pull the nozzle, or I'm sorry, pull the valve straight back when you're, because now we have that insert in there that goes inside here. So you got to pull it straight back. Now I'll set him aside. Now we're going to pull. Oh, this came with. We're going to take this special cylinder out. We have to take this off to change the piston head. No problem. Been able to do this by hand, but there's wrench. I'll show you. There's a wrench flat on here. But you don't want to ever overly tighten that. Just hand tight's plenty good enough on that. So we'll put your larger piston on. Again, just hand tight. There's an O-ring on here. I don't know if you can see that. O-ring on here. Just kind of flatten that out a little bit. That's to stop it from rotating. That O-ring. I'll show you. There's one on here too. So you don't want to get too carried away on that. But so we'll put that on. Put him in. Might want to lift this upper block a little bit sometimes. Now those rings they're a little bit, they have a little bit of lubricant left on them, so they should be okay. Yeah, if you're struggling to get the cylinder on over the rings, you might want to put some lube on there. But there's enough left, so I didn't have to. So we'll get him. Get him lined up. I gave that a little twist to help. Okay, same thing back to your witness lines there. Tighten her up. Valve on. See that again? Put this on. The washer I like, this is a cup washer. It's got see it has a crown side here. I put the crown against the tie rod end, or a lock washer in there works just fine too. Put that back. snug that up. Put him back. Okay. And we're ready to go. Although you'll probably be changing the nozzle out for the if you're going to fill 16 ounces. I believe you have 2 other nozzles, or at least one. So we'll probably remove that insert and then put your solid nozzle on there. Or if you have a wide mouth, you don't really need anything. And just I wanted to mention another while we're here. On here, this says maximum stroke for the small fill. See that arrow? I don't know if you can see it from this side. Max stroke, small fill. There's an arrow that more or less points to this sensor block. I have rough markings here, but on this one, this can't take a full stroke with a smaller cylinder, or it'll go up and hit the cylinder. So you don't want to take, I'll show you this quantity adjustment. You don't want to take this out past that mark. You won't have to go anywhere near there actually for your sizes. As a matter of fact, this mark here is for that small musk bottle, and then this here is just the 16 ounce with the large cylinder. And one more note on when we did the musk, we cranked this flow control pretty much all the way in, and then slowed the nozzle down fairly slow. It wasn't off, but it was. I don't know if you remember. Let's come back here. This. We had this set about midway for the the musk was a pretty tough container because it's so small. But this was set roughly midway. It's not a critical. Not with this special new nozzle. It's very forgiving now. So that's it.